So hi everyone, Max here, Muscle World. Thought it'd be pretty cool today just to share some experiences with you, a bit of a story time almost. I've been asked a few times why I joined the Marines, the Royal Marines, why I joined the Royal Marines, and quite an interesting time period of my life actually, because I initially applied to join the Royal Navy. I very nearly went in and became a Navy chef. And the reason why was because at the time I was working in the kitchen of a restaurant, cooking meals, preparing food and things like that, and I really enjoyed it. I then watched a film called Under Siege, and Steven Seagal was in there, and he was a cook, and he was having a good time on a ship. And I thought, yeah, do you know what? I could see what I was enjoying in the kitchen, rather than being stuck in a restaurant catering for the customers. I could go off and do it on a ship, go travel the world, and I'd have a good time. So that was my kind of thought process at the time when I was 17. Anyway, so I went down to a careers office and I spoke to the people there, and I said to them, look, I want to become a Navy chef. And they were, yeah, that's fine, no problem. So they took me through they took me through the procedure, and then I was going in to have this presentation, and I remember the guys in the careers office, they were all ready for me, they were all set. So there was a few different people from different who were interested in different things, and they had this whole presentation set up specifically for all the people who were coming to attend. So they had a chef presentation specifically for me in there as well. So I turned up at the careers office for this presentation, and I said to the chief petty officer, I said, sorry, but I've changed my mind. I don't want to join the Navy anymore. I want to join the Royal Marines. And they were not happy with me, to say the least. They thought I completely wasted their time. But it was okay, because they just said, look, go away and come back another time. I had to go through the whole process again, but this time it was to join the Royal Marines. And the reason why I switched was because it was something I'd wanted to do from a young age anyway. I'd always been into my soldiering and playing with a little army man and running around in the woods with a gun, and I probably took it a bit too extreme anyway compared to other people. I'd get myself camouflaged up. I had a full set of DPM camouflage kit, and I'd spy on people and things like that, and I'd go through the undergrowth and I'd play pranks on kids, and we used to enjoy playing pranks and stuff when we were kids, and often I used to blend in and disappear after the prank was done. I was always fascinated by it. I used to still watch the war movies and things like that on the TV, particularly when I'd go to my granddad's house. I was seeing in the article when I was very young, I can't remember how old I was, but I was young, and I remember reading about somebody who just completed Royal Marines training. It was 30 weeks at the time, and they said, look, this is the toughest training in the world, and it's he's very, very hard and very difficult to pass it. And I remember looking at that and thinking, I could do that. I could give that a go. I could do it. I could do that. I remember thinking that, and it was in the back of my head. But it just kind of stayed there, lay dormant for a while. Then when I started going to the careers office to join the Navy, and they always had this, it's not so much as what they got now with the videos and the posters and things like that. It wasn't so much of that there, but it was an old VHS cassette that would play in the TV in the corner, and it would roll through, and occasionally little bits about the Marines would pop up where they just have them training down Limpstone. They'll be running around and they'd be getting shouted at and getting muddy and things like that. So that was kind of playing. So that kind of set the thought process going off again, I think, and it kind of that little thought that was in the back of my head, the little seed in the back of my mind, was kind of starting to grow a little bit, and I started getting other ideas. And then I always remember then I looked at a photo of the Navy, and they were saying, things like a brochure they gave me, and it was a photo of them all in New York, and they were all having a great time, and they were all in their uniforms, and I just looked at them, and they were wearing the white ice cream suits, and I looked at them, I thought, do you know what, I don't really like that look. And I mean, no offence to the Navy or anything like that, but I didn't think that looked good. I wasn't impressed by that. And then at the same time then I saw a picture of the Marines, and a guy, he was wearing a green beret, he had the DPM, he had the camouflage paint on. I thought, and he had his gun there like that, and I thought, do you know what, that's cool. That's more like what I want to do. And I just pictured myself, and I envisioned it, and this is something that I've done a lot, particularly when I was younger. I mean, it's, people talk about it now. They talk about envisioning things and visualization and all this sort of stuff. But I was doing all this back then without even realizing it, and I pictured myself, and it was so real. I pictured myself. I was on the ship, and I was a Navy chef, and I was on the ship, and I was watching the Marines. They were coming back off their missions, and they were going off on their missions. They were going on helicopters, and they were flying off, and then they were coming back, and they were with the guns, and it was so real. And I thought, I want to be what the Marines are doing. I want to be doing that. I don't be sitting there watching them do it. I want to be doing that. And that was when I made the switch. And I changed my mind. And I said, no, look, remember all those things, Max? You're going to go and do that. And then that was when I changed my mind then and went and I think again about joining the Navy, and I went straight in and applied for the Marines, age 17, started recruit training at age 18, and yeah, I'm glad I did it. it would be the only branch of the armed forces I would have joined at the time. As I've got older now, there've been times when I've wanted to go back into the military, and I was always thinking, would I go back into the Marines? I think I probably wouldn't want to, because it is a good memory for me, and I know things have changed, whether for better or for worse, but I just know things would be different now. I'm a lot older now as well, so I'm not the same person I was back when I was a young 18-year-old, fresh, ready to go. And that's why I joined the Marines over the Navy or any other branch of the armed forces. Let me know in the comments section below if you served, if you joined up, what regiment you served in, and a reason why. Why did you join that regiment? I'd be interested to hear people's thought processes, because when you look back, I find it so interesting, so fascinating about all these intricate little things that are going on in people's lives that can affect and influence an individual's decision. And then I just find it fascinating how that that person's life can then go that way, another person's life can then go that way. Leaving that here. Thank you so much for watching. All the best. See you soon. Bye bye.